Okay. Oh. Oh. Here it is. Okay. Just going to. Oh, there we are. Hello, Marlene. How are you? Okay. I don't know what that was on my phone. And obviously it's on YouTube already because there's a comment. Hello, DC Creations. I can't even remember who that is. Hello. How are we all? Hi, Janice. Yeah, we're pretty good here, Marlene. Hello, Yvonne. It's a bit wet here. Up here in the tropics. Oh, I have to show you. This is what Amelia Ann, this is her watercolour painting she did in Brisbane. She needed to paint on Sunday, so she conned stuff out of Naomi John. Obviously, it's got stuff on it because it's been in Naomi John's stash. But yes, it's a dragon unicorn lion. Yep. So this is what we did last Friday night. Quentin has called it eclectic. The kit is up. Yeah. It's a bit patchy on the back. The kit is up. We've got Beautiful Family. Flower Power is the violety pink. We've got Runaway Princess. I think that's Flower Power. That's from 2020, these ones. Flower Power, maybe. Yep. Naomi John's bows, some sequins, a True Beauty, and I think that's devoted to denim, True Beauty. And we've got an art by Marlene stencil, and we've got our interesting little stenciling technique to try and make colours pop. So that was Friday night, if you missed it. I was in Brisbane when I recorded that. Hello, Marie. Yes, thank you. And actually, that reminds me. Thank you, Marie, for the birthday wishes. Thank you, everyone, for the lovely birthday wishes. I will get to thanking everyone, like typing a thank you to everybody. I'm going to get there. I will do it. I promise. It will probably take me an eon, but I will do it. I will get it done. But thank you, everyone, in the meantime, for the lovely birthday wishes. I've got so many to answer. And thank you for the congratulations for Naomi John on her graduation. She graduated with distinction, and she hadn't even opened it. She didn't even know. So, yeah. Just life is just so busy for us. It's a beautiful layout. Sorry I couldn't join. Host book club. Oh, book club's pretty important. Reading is really important. We're a household of readers. Yes. But we don't do book club because I read a very broad, eclectic range of books. Hello, Beryl. Yes, it was a lovely surprise for her. We grabbed a program, and Milton's looking through, and he's going, "You're not in here. Are you sure we're here on the right time? Are you sure we weren't meant to be here?" And because they did Creative Industries over 3 different graduation ceremonies on the Saturday, and we were in the 3rd one on Saturday night. He goes, "You sure?" And then he keeps going through, and he goes, "Oh, you're in the distinction list." So, yes, our beautiful girl got a lovely surprise, and she looked absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Marie. She did really well. Was watching the wrong class. Oh no, Donna. Whoops. I was running a moment late because I kept thinking, oh, I need to add that to the thing. And I'm trying to have it that there's lots of information on the post as well so that it's easy to identify things. We've just got, hello, Diana. Oh, it's DC. So Diana is the DC. I'll have to tell Quentin. And that reminds me, with the whole having them on Facebook and YouTube, we're putting the classes on YouTube, streaming them on YouTube at the same time, because not everyone has access to the same level of streaming ability to watch videos. So sometimes in your area, Facebook might stream better, and sometimes YouTube might stream better. So we're just trying to have it that it's easier for everybody to find an alternative. If you really want to be part of the actual conversation as it happens, watching it live in Facebook, you get more conversation, unless we get a lot of people on YouTube and then they have a conversation over there. But we don't get many on YouTube. YouTube's just a really good alternative if you've got poor internet at the time. Or, you know, some people's devices like YouTube better than Facebook, and vice versa. Like, it is what it is. Like, really, it's just trying to give everyone an opportunity to have it at the same quality. But the conversation's really, the typey conversation is really on Facebook a lot. So, hello, Diane. How are you? Had an appointment at the hairdresser's. Because I can join class. That's awesome, Marie. I love that. That's commitment, Marie. But yeah, so yeah, I know some of you are feeling that when you have to watch on YouTube because of the quality issues, you feel like you're missing the conversation. So we do try and read out all of the comments between both things, and I have to make a big effort to try and do that. So I've got this little paper pad in front of me because Quentin said to me, you need to use these. You know, people don't know how to use them. You need to use them. We're meant to educate everyone. I'm like, okay, what am I going to do with that? So this weekend, there's 2 classes. There's a Friday night and a Saturday night. And I'm going to make an interactive scrapbook layout, right? And I'm going to use this. I'm going to use a third of this because, you know, there's 3 of each. So I'm going to use a third so we can make a kit that doesn't cost $1 million, because I don't like having kits that are too expensive. But I don't feel that creating should cost you a fortune. So I've got lots of things in here. Like you can see, there's a lot of stuff in this little paper pad, right? These are Studio Light Mix paper pads. So what we're going to do is Friday night, I'm going to make the interactive scrapbook page base. So Friday night, we're going to make the base of our project, right? And then Saturday night, we're going to decorate it. There'll be a little tiny bit of decoration going on Friday night, but the majority of decoration will happen on Saturday night. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it over 2 nights, and we'll make the base of an interactive, and it's going to be a truly interactive scrapbook layout that we make. It's going to be like interactive scrapbooking on, I don't know if I should say steroids. I don't know if I'm going to get pinged for that. I'm already in the spotlight because I am a low follower base, high content creator. Does that make sense? I make a lot of content. I do a lot of videos. I get talked about a lot, and I do a lot on a particular social media platform, but I don't have a massive follower base, so I'm already in the crosshairs, and I've already been penalized once lately, accidentally, and there's nothing I can do about it. I didn't do anything wrong. Like, don't get me wrong. I've done nothing wrong, but I've just got to be careful what I say. So it is kind of going to be a interactive scrapbook page on steroids. It's going to accommodate lots of photos. and it's going to have a lot of interaction, but I'm definitely going to show you how to put it into the pocket as well. Like, I really want to be able to show you how to put it. Like, it's all well and good to make an interactive scrapbook page, but if I don't show you how to put it in a pocket, then how are you going to store it? Like, that's the thing. You need to be able to store the project in an album. Okay, there you go. Diana said she watches either depending on which notification comes up first. That's what she said over on YouTube. So that's an interesting, that's probably a good way to go about it too, because then you're in straight away. Sounds awesome, says Marie. Thank you. That's all great. Yep, it is craziness, Diane, but you know, you've got to play nice, and I get that everything's trying to make sure there's no scammy stuff and there's no, you know, that people are safe. So yeah. We actually Milton recently had on the weekend someone approach him to follow their business that was pretending to be in the scrapbooking industry. They've already approached me previously, and it's a scam. It's actually a scam. We can't talk about it on here because I don't want to get in trouble, because I'll sound like I'm being like that. But there is a scammer on Instagram that is posing as a scrapbooking store. So just be a little bit wary. And if you're concerned, you're welcome to send me a screenshot and we can say, yes, that's a scammer, and no, that's not a scammer. But there is a scammer pretending to be a scrapbooking store on Instagram currently, and they are getting around a little bit. Need to share your page so more followers find you guys. That would be wonderful, Diane, sharing the love. We would appreciate that. That would definitely make the help us breathe a little easier. I will say, you know, we're never going to be rich, we're never going to be millionaires, but to be able to breathe a little easier would be good, because it's been a little bit of a tough time, but that's okay. Can't whinge. So I don't know if you've noticed at the top, I've put at the top of this video that it's going to be interactive. I'm going to try and let's pull out some stops this week. I've had a couple of days break. The highway is still rough, but I'm going to say it was a lovely trip. We had a great time with our kids. Just so wonderful to see them. Thank you, everyone, for your patience that we closed the store for a few days. It was just wonderful. And Dawn's service yesterday morning was, oh my gosh, early, because it started at 10 to 4 in the morning in Brisbane City. So we left Wooloowin at 3:30 in the morning, and Milton came from where he's living on Bolcher Street, and he actually turned onto St Paul's Terrace as we were going past, which was really freaky, because we were both talking, because we've got proper car kits in our car, so it's all contactless. You're not our phones actually won't, that's connected to the car, you can't actually dial out on the phone while you're driving, which is really good, because it blocks it. And so yes, we parked together, and then we did a long walk, but that was good. We wanted to go for a walk because we didn't get to go for one the day before, so we like to walk together as a family when we're together. But yeah, so I've got this kit, this beautiful family one. I should show you the kit. I haven't done my fussy cutting. It's got, so after doing fussy cutting, we've got 3 full sheets. We've got a 5, a 6, and a 4. I do love how this pattern turned out. I took individual flowers and used those to make these bouquets, and then I've used these bouquets on this pattern and a whole heap of other things. Like I've got a vellum and I've got a wreath paper and all that. So we've got those left. We've got a frame from number 5 from fussy cutting. We've got a bit of number 1. I love this softwood, and I've got this strip left from number 2, because I try and make sure you've got a decent sort of strip left of your paper too. I'm going to put aside the full piece of white. Don't know why. And I've got 2 A4 pieces. Heading up to Gladstone soon for work. I'm not sure if he is driving soon. He might be, as he now has a company vehicle to use. Yeah, it's not too bad, the road, Marie, but you've just got to be a little wary. North of Maryborough, there's a lot of road work. It's a 60 zone for a long period of time. Yeah, it's a little rough in places, but it's still not a bad drive. We do it all the time. Just about to vacuum. Housework's going to have to wait. That's okay. Thank you, Yvonne. It is beautiful, isn't it? Hello, Diane. How are you? So what we're going to do is we're going to put our A4 piece in landscape, and we're going to cut the short one first. So we're going to make a 6x8 piece. I don't cut A4 pieces in half to make cards. I still do my dodgy 6" by 8" piece to get a 4x6 card. I like to have whole measurements. And this means that when it goes in the C6 size envelope, I've got a bit of room for depth. Does that make sense? Oh, that's good that you're well. He's just got to give himself time, Marie, to drive up. It's not a bad drive. Quentin's computer just made a noise and turned itself back on because he didn't turn it off today. Dearie me, you wait till I catch a hold of him. So I've got this. And then when we fold it in half, let's do a let's get this piece and cut a 7". This is the spare piece. This is our 6x8 piece. Cut a 7 by 5.5 piece. We're going to decorate the inside and the outside. Then okay. Then let's get a piece that is, so we've got the other piece of A4, and we're going to cut a 3.5", the long ways, by 11" piece. And then from this little piece, let's cut what are we going to cut? Let's cut a 3". And we've got it landscape ways. So let's cut a 3" by 4" piece. Let's see how we go with that. Obviously, not a particularly planned out thing, this, you know. Now let's fold each of these in half. Now you could score them. My kit's got the fine embossed white linen. Like, it's the same emboss on both sides. So it doesn't crack. But if you've got something that does crack, you know, I've got a mark on that side. Let's make it the inside. If you've got something that does crack, I would definitely say to, and I folded that a little crooked, I would say to score it first. So if your cardstocks, and just get one of your little scrappy bits, one of these, and then fold it and score it, and fold it, and then, and if it cracks, my mat's dirty. If it cracks here, score it first before you fold it. So I folded my little one in half like that. The inside piece is a bit dirty. I don't know what I've done. I've had my stuff out of my pack that many times. I think my mat's dirty. Whoops. This long one, we're going to fold in half. Now, I folded just short. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put a little mark here, that's the bit I want to stick down, because I folded it just short, so I could do that. Right, and then we've got two pieces here. So we're going to fold each of these in half. And I have a habit of folding just short. I didn't do it on my tiny one because it's so tiny. So the one that's just short is always the back of my card. So I'm going to stick that on. You don't have to do that. And it's usually the end. So you'll find one of these is shorter. So this one is just slightly shorter. And that's because I'm human. I'm only human, and nothing I do is perfect. So this is my back. And I'm going to put an X on my back because I'm going to show you how this card's going to go. So on the front, we're going to put, I'm going to open it that way. On the front, we're going to have a little card on the front. And then inside, we're going to have this little card. And it's going to open this way. So this would be a really lovely, and then on the back, we're going to put this one. It's going to open up like that. But what this one's going to do is, so this card's going to end up being the kind of card that's going to want to topple. But this back one is going to help us to stop that. It's going to balance things out. This would be really good, like as a birthday card or wedding card, or but to write a message in, like to have a long form message of love and hope and, you know, like best wishes for someone. To be able to write on the card, you know, a lovely, yeah, something lovely to tell them, tell the recipient how much you care. You could put photos in it. It'd be a really nice card to give a new mum, to tell her she is just perfect, just the way she is. There is so much pressure on mums these days to conform, to be perfect, you know, to lose all the weight and do all this, and your kids have got to do this, and your kids have got to achieve that. But it's really nice to tell a mum, like to give a gift to a new mum just for her, because you get plenty of baby cards. Give a card to the baby, but to tell a new mum that she's perfect just the way she is, and that you believe in her. Because, yeah, there's just so much white noise out there telling mums that, you know, they've got to be this and they've got to be that and they've got to be the other, and it's kind of not fair. Sorry, rant over. So what are we going to stick on here? I like this. I do like this, but I like that. And I love these. I don't think I'm going to use the brown. I think we might use that tomorrow. But this is pretty too. What are we going to do? This is going to take a lot of paper. And it would be good if I'd actually done my fussy cut. Just saying. Just putting that out there. Yes, Marie. Way too much pressure. Way too much pressure on young mums. Too much pressure to be everything to everyone. So let's have a look at this. In here, let's, on one of these sides, we may actually end up putting this on this side or this side. It might go on one or it might go on the other. It just depends on how it goes. But on one of them, let's put a nice white piece to use as for a sentiment. And let's do it this way because then we will get more bang for our buck out of this over here. Do have another 12 by 12 piece of white there. We could use that if we so chose. Four and 3/4 by make that. So this piece is already 4 3/4 inches, right? Let's make it 4 3/4 by 2 3/4. And then let's put behind that a piece of that. So let's grab this piece here. And let's not cut from the barcode end. Let's cut from the non-barcode end. And let's cut it at 5 3/4. And let's make 3 pieces. So 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. So we've got one. She uses green or teal. 2, which we're going to use as floral. And 3 that we'll use as purple. I think I've got some marks on my paper because it's been rubbing. My kit's been in and out so many times. It's been rubbing against the pattern paper, but I could probably rub it off. So we'll do that either on this side or this side. So these two will stick something on them. So let's cut the middle out of this purple one and then use that middle piece to mat this piece here. I'll show you what I mean. Oh, I don't have my tin scissors. They're over on the table because I was organising something. Dining table is covered in work stuff. Again. We're always making something or building something at home. I've got to work out where I'm at with the cottage garden retreat and get them out. So this will go somewhere else, right? And then this, I should have cut it out neatly. Let's see how big we can make this. So I can make this 2 3/4 by 4 3/4. So that's what the other one is. Let me look. So what I'm going to do with this white one is I'm going to cut 1/8 of an inch off. So I'm just going to cut it down to 2 5/8. by 4 5/8. I'm just cutting an 1/8 of an inch off 2 sides so that I can do that. Let's cut the middle out of this one. Yeah, it could be neater. Let's don't delude ourselves. Ready? Okay, let's get this ready as a unit to go on the card at some stage. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to sit that there. You could ink all of this, but we're not going to ink it because inking means you need to take time to make sure it dries. Because when I ink stuff and I'm making class on and I'm doing it on the fly and that, it can go quite badly because I get ink everywhere because I'm trying to make it fairly quickly. So let's flip over the base piece. And we've got our bit, our mat. And I flipped it over as well. And I'm just placing this on here and I'm going to trace my inside cutout bit. My bit that I cut out. We really truly need to be alleviating as much weight on this card as possible because we're adding so much that if we let it be super heavy, it is never ever going to stand. And in saying that, you might make one and it might stand. But I know my luck. I'm down to scroungy bits of tape. I need to buy tape. I dropped Quentin at work this morning, but didn't buy tape. I've got to buy matte gel too. I left that in Brisbane. I left the white paint I bought on the weekend in Brisbane as well because Naomi needed both. So, and it was better than me posting more to her. She teaches a lot of classes, that kid. Stick this on. So we're going to make this unit, and then what we'll do is we will make the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. How's that? So these little tiny purple pieces and teal pieces, we will use them on our little tiny front card. Let's get some wider tape because we're going to keep our scroungy bit of skinny tape. Okay, I don't want this to fall apart. I want this to have some longevity. So this is going to go either here or here. Weight will determine. So if we put maybe that there, so we're going to stick our little card on. Let's do it this way. Yes, I've got a mark on this, so I'm going to stick one of the marked ones down, and then the other one I'm going to completely cover. Let's try and completely cover this. We got enough? Yep. So let's trim one edge of this as a straight line. Then can we completely cover still? Just. Rightio. So then what we're going to do is we're going to put tape on our little front of our little card. So this started off life as a piece that was 3 inches by 4 inches. And then we folded it in half. Folded it in half. Okay. So let's leave just a tiny, tiny slither of white showing. Let's pull this out. And then by turning it over, I've got nice straight lines to follow. And I'm holding my scissors so that so if I had my scissors on an angle like this, like I do when I fussy cut, you would actually see the white edge on the front. And I'm hoping I'm holding it nice and perpendicular. Oh, not really here. It's okay. So then what are we going to put in here? We're going to put a piece of this. That's not bad, is it? It's not completely bad. And then on that, we could put I'm going to find something easy to cut. I like this blue one. I like this blue flower. I do like the blue flower. So we could actually put, oh, not cutting that one out. That one's too hard. Yeah. We could actually put that bouquet. We might need to trim the leaf up, make it a bit compliant. But what do you think? And then we could put that on there like that. And then put something on here. Let's do that. Like a heart. Just going to clean up a little. Just going to take a heart from one end. And a couple of flowers. Right, let's do that. Thank you, Beth. Oh, jeez. I thought I was safe with the iPad today. I thought that they hadn't been using it too much on the weekend to draw and stuff. But I think I thought wrong. I think they definitely is. And I'm going to say there, I just got a notification. Now I'm editing this as I go. I'm sort of being a bit rough. I don't like to see the white. And I leave the white border around so you can cut it out with a white border, which is nice. I do like the white border, but I need to make this a little shorter. I do need to shorten it up just a touch. So, yeah. See, I don't get so hung up if I trim a little bit off the leaf these days. But I do like nice smooth edges when I fussy cut. I like it to be nice and smooth, and if I'm going to leave a white border, I do like to try and keep it sort of even. It's not perfect, but yeah, I try and get my fussy cutting nice and smooth. And you'll see that I'm actually moving the paper, not so. Let's remove this purple flower, but don't throw it out. We're going to use it. We'll cut it out in any case, and we'll use it with it. Yeah, so I'm moving, and I smooth out the leaves. I am moving the paper, not the scissors. I find that's better for my hands too, because I do grip the scissors fairly tightly, which is not good for my hands and wrists. And I do hold the scissors like this. I balance that against there. And yeah. And if I feel that a picture is a little jagged when I'm fussy cutting it, I will smooth it out a little bit. Now, I don't know. So last week, remember Chrissy gave me the idea for doing a triangle page. And I've got an idea on how to do a triangle page, what I want to do and want to try and achieve. We're going to cut off these little things. But don't throw them out, because those little leaves are handy. I might use that little leaf, actually, on this front, on the card front. Sure. I think that'll fit now. That's nice. That's going to fit nicely. But what we'll do is the bits that we're going to hide, we're going to cut them off and use them somewhere else. No waste. So let's get this piece here. This is a piece of paper number 6. So let's cut, and let's come down this barcode end. Let's cut a piece that is 3.5 inches by 5.5. And let's make 2 of those. So while we're here, let's make a second one, and then we've got to use it somewhere else on the card. Let's pop it over there. But it's ready to go. Makes creating a little quicker and a little easier. So that's going to go there. And we're going to put this here, and I'm going to sit that there. And then we've got here. Where did we put that heart? This one's already cut. Put them over there. I can cut things out of this. Oh, there it is. Stop looking. I should probably get the charger out for the iPad. But yes, there is an update for iPads. Apparently. There's probably one for phones too. Hopefully this is not crackly. Better not get crackly. I had to get a new phone. There's nothing wrong with the old one. Quentin's using it. So we kept this flower. So let's cut this purple flower out that we kept. Okay. And then down here, I said we'd use this little leaf. So let's cut out this little leaf. Geez, that's little. Got a little pointy bit there. Smooth that out. Got a little leaf. And I know you don't come to watch class to watch me fussy cut. I'm very sorry I didn't do it last night. I was going to, but I've got to take the pack with me on the weekend. And I don't think it's safe to fussy cut in a car anymore. I don't think it was ever safe to fussy cut in a car. Scissors in the cab of a car are just not a good thing. I had scissors in my stuff, but they were, pointing down with lots of heavy stuff on top, underneath, in a canister. Yeah. I'm a bit funny about projectiles in cars. I have a friend whose husband, when he was younger, got stabbed by a pair of scissors in a car accident. They came through the glove box. And it's always stuck with me about projectiles in cars. So, yeah. We don't even have loose change in the car. It's got a special place in the car that's safe and secure so it can't become a projectile. He's fine, by the way. He was injured, but... Oh, let's just cut that bit off. But still, it's a lesson learnt. Rightio, so I've got those couple of flowers. And I think we might need a bit of softness on here. I think we need a bit more light. What's everyone thinking? Needs a bit more lightness, doesn't it? Just a little dark. So let's get our white scraps from the beginning. I've got a little scrap here, and it is... It's like 1.25 inches wide. Just going to get the charger fine. Okay. Not that one. We've got one block for 2 devices. Because new phones don't come with a block. Oh, there goes the iPad. Too slow, Elisa. Too slow. Let's put that on to charge for it. Okay. Or do we put this bit on? Let's put this little piece here on. So let's just neaten this up as best we can. So I'm going to end up with a piece that's like 1.25 inches wide by 2 3/4 high. Inches. That is inches. Everyone, inches. There. And opening up iPad. Oh, I know you're only on 5%. Okay, so let's make this portion and then we'll make this portion. So let's stick these two together. with our scroungy bit of tape. So Friday night I couldn't get my glue or Naomi John's glue unblocked, right? So we used matte gel. So it was a bit of an overcome and conquer class. I actually answered a question today in the Scrapbooking for Beginners International group. Someone was asking, you know, they were going to start scrapbooking again. They did a scrapbook years and years ago, and what they needed. And I can't remember the lady's name. I should remember. I think it started with an S. My answer was quite simple. It was, you don't need everything to start with. And yeah, the things that my essentials to create with are, let's do that. I have a good straight trimmer that's got inches on it. I've got double-sided tape that's high quality, foam tape that's high quality, a pair of fussy cutting scissors, a ruler, a pencil, a good glue, a good non-smudging eraser, a pair of tweezers. They're not a must, but they're pretty good. And what was the other thing I had? Oh, that's weird. The video is like this big. Oh, and a pair of strong scissors. So they would be my Tim scissors, like a second pair of scissors that I used for foam tape and other things that weren't essential to have detail, like my fussy cutting scissors would provide detail. So I just used my Tim scissors, or you could just use a pair of chicken cutter scissors. I have a friend that fussy cuts with chicken scissors. Hello, Sharon. I love you, Sharon. Sharon's the best. You know, she just puts me to shame with how much detail she gets out of a pair of Wiltshire chicken carcass scissors. So yeah, that was my essentials. I don't think you need everything that opens and shuts. I have lots of tools and die cutting machine and, you know, like all that sort of stuff, but you don't have to have it. Look, this iPad is playing up. I don't think it's the iPad. Let's just be honest. Rightio. So we're going to build on this. We've got this little card. So let's build our front on our little card. We're going to get some foam as well. So this was our little piece that was 1 1/4 inches by 2 3/4 inches. We're going to put it over towards the side here with an even border, top, bottom, and side. It goes like this. I'm going to make it open like that. Let's put our tape on the back now. So we're identifying what bit's sticking down. I'm going to stick it flat. I'm going to do something in the middle in a second. So then we've got our little pieces. So let's put our heart on foam. And this has gone really wide. Oh, there we are. Go away. I don't want the keypad. Let's not do that. It's got this wide gap in it. And I'm trying to see the comments. Yep, no. Sorry, I'm going to see my iPad for a moment. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go back to Safari. I'm going to go back into here. No, I don't want to edit that. No, I'm not editing the group page. Deary me. Oh, looks like there's a lovely comment there. Oh yeah. Let's go back here. Looking beautiful, said Marie. Hello, Bronnie. Lovely day in Geelong. That's awesome. It's rainy here in central Queensland. And cold. I got like a sleeveless cardigan. Thank you, Trish. This is a Trish gift from Trish in the group. Trish from Tangang Galang. Yep. down there, Team Dangalamba or whatever it is. I got it wrong today. Usually I get it right. Okay, so let's use these Teflon ones. They're not my go-to choice. My other scissors are over. Cutting open packets of something that was organised on the weekend. So let's stick this blue flower. Just recently did an update on your iPad. Okay, yeah. Did mine this morning. Hopefully not too much has changed. Well, let's hope not, Marlene. That's probably why this is a little glitchy today. So let's have a look at this blue flower, how much of it we're going to lose. Like, we want to know how much we can cut off to... Let's just cut this bottom leafy bit out. This bottom bit here with the leafy bit. Oops, need the pin. I forgot to take the pin with me. Yeah, I hope not too much. Very clear both sound and pictures. Oh, that's awesome, Yvonne. That's great to hear. I wouldn't fussy cut in a car. No, Mary, I would never fussy cut in a car. You and scissors are scary. Thanks, Bronnie. Especially my son's driving. Yeah, my son's a bit, he's a good driver, but he's very confident. Yeah. Quentin drove all the way back yesterday. Why is the flowers this big? Hello, Raquel. That is so lovely that you're going to be able to start crafting this weekend. Raquel just moved recently, so it's very traumatic packing up your craft room. Trying to get the glue off the pin. See, this is a warts and all video. Sorry, everyone. It's, you know, well, when you watch a class with me, it is very, and I broke the end off the pin. Of course, I broke the end off the pin. It's a quilting pin, by the way. Without an end now. God, I need glue. And Amelia Ann's been at this. Amelia Ann's been at the other glue, using it for some Easter projects. I don't know. I just don't think I've got that in me today. Because it's very gluey. Oh, now I broke that off in there. Okay, let's leave that one for Q. The pinhead. See, I had to keep going. And then let's, yeah, this has been kitified. If you're new here, I do have 4 children, including 1 small child. Okay, so let's put this little purple flower down here. Oh, it's got to be inside the boundary. And then let's put our... I feel the need to just get a paddle pop stick and scrape it out and use it off a paddle pop stick, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm making an awful mess today. Can you hear the chicken outside? She's at the door talking to me, telling me she's out there. So when Amelia went to get in the car this morning, 2 of the chickens wanted to get in with her. And she felt like they were bailing her up, but they weren't. They just wanted to get in the car with her. All the pets missed us. They do. The pets do love it when Quentin's stepdad looks after them, but I don't think so. But we'll keep that. And our little leaf. Let's put our little leaf in here. So I am actually going to dip my little leaf in the glue. Yeah, she's had fun with this glue bottle, I can tell you that. That's a helicopter, that sound now. Okay. Oh, it's lovely to see you have trouble with things that the rest of us do. Thank you, Bronny. That's okay. I duck over to my jewelry making box, tackle box over there and grab the pliers out, but we don't need me to digress. I've already digressed enough with my iPad. So then we've got this here. And I think if we have this flower so it just goes over the into the purple, and then we put this here, balance it top and bottom and have a little bit on the side there. Just going to cut a portion of this out. And then let's stick this on. Oh, this glue is beautiful. She's just made an absolute monster of this glue. Yep. And there's no baby wipes in the canister. It's just going to be a matter of it is what it is. Yeah. Not on my white pants. Then let's stick this on. Now we haven't got much of this card made, and yeah, we're an hour in. Rome wasn't built in a day. Definitely wasn't built in a day. It's raining again outside. Like you could put magnets and Velcro dots on these, but I don't do that a lot. So I'm going to put tape on that. Yeah. Rightio. Yep, opens nicely. If you're going to make this a birthday card, you put your number here, and I'd probably do it in something like that, or purple, something here. Or you put your numbers here, you know, like a 21 just here. Let's put something in here. We probably should have decorated this part before we stuck it on, but that's okay. So let's get this piece of, so this is a scrap, and it's like 1 inch wide by 3.5. Put some tape on that. This is 24mm tape. It's just under 1 inch. And I know I say that all my videos are all in inches, but the Express It tape is in millimeters. So then let's turn it over and trim. And trim. And then let's stick this bit of flour here, like that. This bit we just hacked off over here. Let's stick it in here. Pulling out the big guns today. I don't think the hole in these glues is big enough when they come. all about the viscosity. Getting a bit sciencey there, aren't I? Probably got a bit much glue on there now. Nope. Rightio, and then over in here, kind of want to leave this for someone to write on, don't we? Let's just leave it for now. And what we'll do is we'll just trim this off. Rightio. And stick this to the front. So how's it going to stand so far? Oh. See? Got to be careful. So we've gone, so it's front heavy. So that's why we've got this guy at the back. So let's do him next. So we've got this piece of teal that we can put this bit on. Right. So that's the same size as that. It's going to go. Let's cut that down one a little bit. And then let's put these guys here. Rain's getting heavier. So let's edited that a bit. Better read the messages. Better stop cutting while I read the message. Nothing wrong with making a mess while crafting. It's apparently being creative. Oh, yeah. There is a myth that creative people are messy people. Hello, Marge. Nothing wrong with being late. We're still going, Marge. We'll be going for a while. Oh, Marlene's having a cuppa break. Look, I didn't even have an iced coffee on the weekend. Because sometimes on the weekend I'll have a quarter strength iced coffee when we go out for lunch. And we went out a couple of times. We popped in at the Ipswich Papercraft show on Saturday. A couple of people saw us. Dawn and a couple other girls. But yeah. So we popped in to check it out. We'd already had lunch. Oh, had morning tea. Just a good family outing. We don't mind all travelling together. All 6 of us in the car. See why we have a 7-seater. And Quentin said he didn't want to get another 7-seater after this one, but he has worked out that it is so lovely being able to all travel together that he thinks he's going to get another 7-seater or an 8-seater. We do enjoy traveling with all of our children. Rightio. I'm editing this as I go, this one, this flower. Trying to have a bit of speed. Rightio. So let's put tape on this side. This is our sticking down side. Bit of tape. Probably need to burnish that because this is a structural element. Just going to have a bit of structure about it. Let's cut the middle out of this piece that's going on here. Go there. I think we're going to trim this bit down a little, and then we've got this piece here. Trim that down to go in there. And we want to put the hearts in here. Do you want to do that? Let's do that. So this is 3.5 by 5.5, right? So, because this flipper bit was 11 inches by 3.5 inches. So let's make this piece 5.25 by 3.25. For the front. Let's trim this inner bit down as best we can. So it's going to be two and 3/4 by 4 3/4. It's got a tiny bit missing off the corner. No one's going to see that. And then let's take this heartwood stuff and let's make a piece that is 5.25 by 3.25. And we've got this leftover white, and it was 4 3/4. And let's make it 4 3/4 by 2 3/4. Let's cut another one of those while we're here. So this piece is going to go on the front, right? So let's stick it there. And then what we could do on the back here, you could get your letter dies or letter stickers and you could put like a sentiment or the number you put on the front, you could put even bigger. So let's put this purple one so it sits over the edge a bit. We're going to make this back flat, right? So then inside, going to put that other piece that's identical to the way. Nope. Okay, so let's cut the middle out of this, giving ourselves a decent border. I wonder if we're going to get a whole heart. Oh, we've got whole hearts. Sorry, got a little excited there. So then this white piece, I'm just going to use the big tape. There's not much of that skinny tape left. Why we'll use a messy mat. Put this one down the bottom and put something light up the top. Yeah, let's put something light, heavy down here. Let's make this one light up here. But before we do that, let's hack out a heart. It's a bit much glue. Inside the boundaries, and let's come over to this. Let's just do a nice big piece of that. So we want to cut, got it this way, want to cut a 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. Yep. Just hack it out. We're just going to stick that on there so that our top piece isn't too heavy. This was a little heavy for up the top. But you could definitely stick photos on this. A couple little photos. Pretty. Okay. So let's stick this bit down in a card with our scroungy bit of tape. Yep. We're down to that. I'll buy some tape when I go to work today. I haven't seen Quentin turn up. Has anyone seen Quentin turn up in class? Oh dear. That's it. Rightio. So the next thing is we'll stick this on And then we'll be able to test the balance of our card and sort of have a look at whether we're going to put the other card piece on the inside of the front or the inside of the back. So this is going to be a bit tricky to stick. Then we're going to take this off. So this is structural. So we burnish this tape. And having it open, we can see this is the top, this is the bottom, top, bottom. If you don't have a bone folder, back of a bread and butter knife's good. As long as it's clean. As long as it doesn't have peanut butter on or something. Rightio. Oh, so we were falling over before. Now we've got a little bit of balance. Okay. But we then need to look at, do we want to overbalance it or do we want to leave the balance? So if we were to stick this here, is this going to keep the balance? I think we are. So let's put this one on the back here. Because this is quite heavy, even though we've cut the middle out. So this is going on the back side. So you could leave your card at that if you really wanted to. Yep. But we're going to put this in here. Put that there. We'll do that. And then we'll do like purple there. And then we'll do a floral on one, and then we might have a blanky blank. Okay. So the space here. Let's cut our pieces. So we're going to take this piece here and we're going to cut a 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. And then we're going to flip this over and we're going to cut a 5 1/4 by 3 1/4. There's no inches, right? And then from this beige, we'll cut a 3 1/4 inch by 5 1/4 inch. And then from our brown, let's see what we can cut. We can cut a 5 1/4 by 3 1/4 of our paper one brown wood. Let's put this down where it goes. Rightio. So we've just cut 3 pieces that are 5 1/4 by 3 1/4. We've got a brown wood, we've got a beige spot, and we've got a floral. But before we cut that, we cut a 5 3/4 by 3 3/4 of the purple stucco. So we're going to have purple stucco. Then we're going to have a little book. Then on the front cover, we're going to have a bit of the brown wood. And then we have this little piece that's 4 3/4 by 2 3/4 that we'd already cut. We'll stick it there. Right. And then inside, we're going to have beige, floral, and then we'll put this white piece that's 4 3/4 by 2 3/4 on the beige. There we go. All good in the hood. Rightio. So let's cut the middle out of this piece of brown timber, leaving enough border because we've got a little bit extra around it, more than what we normally do. Rightio. And we're down to that tape. Don't look at the back, even though I love this colour. We're on the home stretch. We're all going, really? Are you sure about that? Are you really sure that we're on the home stretch? It doesn't feel like it. The hour and a half mark. I shouldn't watch the time, should I? Peel, peel, peel. I'm going to stick this on the front of our little card. And the back we're going to add tape to now. And we're going to burnish that because this is structural. Let's get rid of them. Stand that up. It's in here somewhere. It is. That overhanging bit, we'll move that back when we get to it. Need to do something tomorrow night with lots of scrappy bits inside. So, yep, I like how that sits. This is our piece that is 3 1/4 wide by 5 1/4 high. I'm going to stick it on the left hand side so it doesn't have too much droop and sag. So we've already got 2 layers on the outside, so we don't want it to be too heavy. This is definitely a card where if you don't cut the innards out, you're not going to have enough to make things, but you're also going to be having lots of heaviness issues and sagging. Okay, so this beige spot, which is 3 1/4 by 5 1/4, we're going to cut innards out, leaving a nice little border. Sorry, snickling. My neighbours are smoking. Over the back, over the side. At least we know they take notice because they accosted Clinton's stepdad. Who are you? What are you doing in their yard? And he goes, I'm feeding the cats. Well, what are you doing out here? He goes, I'm feeding the chooks now. The chooks don't like it when I feed the cats and not the chooks. He does spoil them. If they turn their noses up at a meal, the cats, he just gets a different flavour out for them. They're rather spoiled when Grandad is looking after them. Rightio. So, this piece, let's roll that back because it was hanging over. Let's stick it in the middle here. Stick this flower here. So I've used one cluster and mostly single flowers. I'm going to have to try and do some fussy cutting tonight. I do have a fair bit of work to do now. I'm sort of behind. I'm way behind, actually. Let's just be honest. Because I do all my own accounting. I'm not going to pay someone when I can do it myself. And except I don't do the tax. I do the basis. I don't do the tax at the end of the year. I have one of those. Chris does that for us. He's in Brisbane. Or Taryn does it now. So obviously we need to trim this. Yeah, we're going to trim that before we stick it in. So let's have a look at what sort of border we need here. I'm going to trim this up. Okay, so we need a nice little border. I'm going to cut the innards out of this purple piece because we know it's got a floral on the back. Let's trim this. Oh, Teflon scissors. That's gluey. That's too gluey for my fussy cutting scissors. Roll that back. So it is a very long-winded process making a card like this, but you get to a certain point and it all just comes together. Just put a little bit more tape on the sides. Okay, that's up. Up, up, turn it. You've got to check these things. You've got to make sure. I do want to go back and do one more thing. Do we stand? Yes, we stand. We do need to burnish this because this is structural. We need to make sure that doesn't come off. That's boring. Let's get on with this floral. Do we want a little bit of floral or do we want a little bit of rounding? This is a straight piece. This is like 3/4 of an inch wide. We do that and then cut a light coloured heart. So out of these little scrappy pieces, I might cut all the hearts I can get, maybe. Might be an idea, hey? Could be a bit of an idea. Oh dear, that's a bit crookedy. And we'll do that. We'll do that. Put that up there. Ooh. Let's do that. So let's cut from this piece of teal. Cut a bit that's like 3/4 of an inch wide. By 2.5 long. 2.5 inches long? No, 2 3/4 inches, sorry. 2 3/4. Yep, let's do that. That there. Get some glue for our little heart. Oh gosh, this glue. She has had such a fun time with this glue, hasn't she? I'm going to say tweezers are sort of handy. Yeah, hard on an angle. Rightio. We stand nicely balanced. I should read the comments. Okay, I'm coming back. What size is your back piece of white? The base piece is 6 inches by 8 inches, Donna. Sorry. Looks fantastic. Thank you, Marge. Going through old papers and can't tell if some are cardstock or paper. Just use them anyway, Diane. Just use them for whatever you want to use them for. Doesn't matter if they're cardstock or paper. Just use it. I just ignore what it is sometimes and just use them for what they are. I didn't get to go to the Papercraft show. Yeah, it was a little bit of a hike, Marie. I'm going to say it was a bit of a hike. We had the morning free, so we did it, but yeah, it was a bit of a hike. I kept getting the notifications on pop-up videos of the Papercraft show, and there you were. Oh, did you see us? Oh, I didn't see us. Can you share, if you find that, Diane, can you share with us where we were at the Papercraft show? No, I've not seen Q turn up, but then again, yeah, and the thing is, Marie, he's at the store, and the store's been closed for a few days. So we closed at lunchtime Thursday, so he's probably really busy. He's probably had lots of customers in. He's got a fair few orders to pick. Oh, hello, there he is. I've had my cousin. Oh, I had my cousin Collie. Oh, so Collie was in. Oh, cool. That's awesome. I hope you said hello from me. You sent to me on Messenger. I'll have to have a look at that, Diane. I really didn't look at any messages yesterday. Thank you, Beryl. So let's go through the card. It stands nicely because we've balanced out the back. So on the front, we've got a little opening up bit. Then we open up here, and then this one opens up. Lots of places to write, add photos, put in poems. It'd be nice to put some poems and quotes. We probably need to put something here, but we might not. We might leave that. Or should we? Let's stick something there. Stick a purple flower down here. Okay, so because we've stuck the card together, we're going to have to be a little sneaky in how we stick this flower in. So I want it to hang over the edge like my others, but, or do I want it to hang over the edge? Let's have a look at it when we do it. Let's have a look. And I'm just editing as I go. As long as when I edit it, I don't have white. So you can see I've edited that. It's a bit of an edit. Oh, let's set it just inside so we don't have to be sneaky. I did try and take lots of photos on the weekend. We didn't share every photo. I didn't think it was a good idea to share a selfie at 10 to 4 in the morning at dawn service. I thought that might be stretching the friendship. There we go. And our little card. You could put magnets in it, but magnets get a bit costly. I don't worry about magnets necessarily. It's nice for people to know that it's going to flip up and flip out. It's kind of almost a little mini book, isn't it? It's almost a mini book. So there we go. Mother's Day. Yes, great Mother's Day idea. And you can write all the reasons why you love your mum. Hint, hint, kids. Really, people go, I love how versatile this gorgeous paper ranges. Thank you. Thank you, Marge. I do love this paper. Mixing the browns with the purple and teal, and just it fills so many gaps in our paper range. Like you can see how all of our papers from across all of the collections really, truly, they all kind of go together and work together, and they mix and match. Like we saw that on Friday night by, mixing and matching. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I try and have it that if there's a gap, I try and fill it somehow. I'm really excited about my next collection, Cottage Garden. It's got some it's got some things I've wanted for a while. But yeah, thank you, Marie. But thank you all. Thank you for being patient. We're at 1 hour and 3/4. Definitely thank you for your patience. I think it's a cool little card. It's definitely interesting. And yeah, so I will be back tomorrow night, not tonight. Oh, I've got a fussy cut tonight. A lot of fussy cutting to do. I will be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. here in the Creative Family Group, and we're going to scrapbook with our leftovers. I'll see if I can come to get that triangle thing to work. I don't know if our scraps are going to work with that, but we've got a lot of scrappy bits. And then I might be here today later. I might actually be on YouTube and our Facebook page later today because we are waiting on stock. I hope it arrives. I haven't got a notification yet, I don't think. But yes, we are waiting on stuff. We're always waiting on stuff. We are actually waiting on some stuff from Europe that I thought would have got here last week, but there's no need to panic yet, but I'm panicking. It's just getting product out of Europe. It's getting slower. But that's okay. Depends on where it's coming from in Europe. But yeah, let's just shove the mess over there and pretend it doesn't exist. And I've got to get a pair of pliers or a new applicator bottle. Deary me. But yeah, so we will see you then. Thank you. Thank you, Yvonne. Thank you, Marie. And thank you, everyone, for spending your time with me. I truly do appreciate you all. I appreciate you spending your time and effort and shopping with us and just being part of our creative family. You guys make it worthwhile. Thank you, Marlene. Catch you tomorrow. Yes, I will catch you all tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Stay safe. Bye.